In Erlanger, Kentucky. Hi, I'm Nick Benz along with Eddie Jackson, and we're in week 6 of the Super Bowl TV Merit Tournament qualifying. And Eddie, I guess the big question this week is, will our Marine go AWOL?
Well, he's either going to go AWOL or he's going to get a quick trip slow boat to China because he's been winning every week. And of course, you know, we got Mom on the show, and we also got a husband and wife on the show. And of course, we got the old reliable Larry Sidner. So in for an interesting morning.
It sounds like a family affair. So snuggle up around your television set, and we'll be back with the first match right after this. Kay's a plus 32 handicap, but she's been rolling good of late. And Louise is a plus 35.
And she just got up there just a little hurry and pulled the ball. You know, it never fails. She threw 4 in a row in practice and then come right up there and yank the ball right in the beak. Moving to the left, cross lane.
Kay in qualifying rolled a 6.44.
And a nice conversion.
Kay rolled a 213, 162, and a 171. And here's Louise White. She rolled a 640. She has a famous son, at least to our telecast.
And who might that be?
That is our Marine, who has been our champion 2 weeks in a row. He's our top qualifier this week in the men with a 699. And as of next week in qualifying, he's our top qualifier, so they're not going to ship him off yet. He's still got a couple weeks before he leaves to Okinawa.
And Louise throwing the backup ball on the conversion. You know, Nick, it's nice to see somebody that if they do throw the reverse ball or the backup ball, that they realize it, and she's using it like a left-hander throwing a hook. She's moved to the left side of the lane and backing the ball up into the 1-2 pocket, which is the proper way to play it. Very slightly built lady and throwing a 14-pound ball.
And she gets an 8 count there for 53 in the first, if you're scoring along with us. Louise is 41 years of age. She's from Erlanger, Kentucky. She's been around the game for a while. She's been bowling for 18 years.
And a well-executed shot.
That's a tough spare for Louise. She throws the left-handed ball, the backup ball, and that's like the right-handed 10-pin, the 7.
She bowls here at Super Bowl on the Thursday early birds. And Kathy overcorrected. I think that right lane holds just a little bit more than the left one, Nick. Talking to the bowlers, it seemed like it had just a hold spot on it.
Kay was real funny and warming up. She rolled 4 strikes in a row on lane 8, and she looked over at me and said, I'm quitting. I'm quitting. I'm not going to throw another ball.
Talk about confidence. She turns it loose and turns her back on the spare. Put it down.
Kay's 26 years of age. She's single. She's been bowling for 11 years.
And her highest series is a 582, and the highest game ever, 225. I'll tell you what, she rolls that ball nice.
And she had to turn around again to make sure a pin was still standing, and she found that to be true because the 7-pin's staring her right in the face.
To you viewers at home, you'll watch Kay. She'll move to the right, line up, square her shoulders up, and release the ball straight at the target.
And there it is, right on the money, Kay Hale. So both these ladies have gotten out of the gate quick. They've filled them all to this point.
She set that one a little short if you heard the bump.
I heard it. Louise is +3 in the second frame.
And she's going down the left side just like she would her strike ball.
And
Perfect shot.
Louise is, I like her style, Eddie. She's nice and slow and low and just sets the ball down, and it just takes its time, lets the ball work, and it does a good job.
And that comes from practice, Nick. And she's keeping the ball in play, which is ever so important. Doesn't seem to be getting rattled out there for sure.
Louise is a spot bowler, and kind of interesting, her hobbies other than bowling is she owns thoroughbreds, race horses. So I bet that's a fun hobby, especially with the Kentucky Derby coming up.
If you know, she knows what she's doing with that reverse ball. She's playing it perfect. And here comes Kay.
Well, she holds a 156 average. You have to know something to hold that.
It's a little bit higher than the men's average.
Kay's shaking her head a little bit. She says, "Where did they all go?"
And this is a difficult spare for anybody. She'll move to the left and square up at the target, which will be somewhere around the third arrow. And she may flag them all, and she does.
That's our first open of the day. And unfortunately, Kay Hale is not too proud of it.
I think in practice she was a little slower going to the lane and taking her time. Pushing.
And again, she's still right on the nose.
She pulled a little high, got the 9-pin.
And picking up the 9-pin, Eddie, is the strike ball the ball you want to throw for the 9, or do you want to make any heavy adjustments?
Well, I say this pin is half right, she'll move half left as she's doing. And she just got a little wide with her feet, but it's in the dry area. And she make it.
That's right, she made it, and we're halfway through the first women's match of the day, and we'll be back with the conclusion right after this. Louise White is up. Her highest series has been a 598, and that's a nice ball. And there's our first strike of the afternoon.
And a perfectly executed shot all the way down the line. You notice she hits that ball with her fingers, and she just got a little more roll on it than she wanted.
This is going to be tough. This is tough.
But with the release of her ball backing away from the 6-pin, the odds of her making it are far greater than a normal right-hander throwing the hook. She's getting close.
Ooh. She gave it a good shot. I thought she would go for the 2 since she was working on a strike, because in this situation, 1 means 2.
Or are we catching on?
Let's see Kay Hale, if she's made any adjustments, and she may be over-adjusted because she went Brooklyn there.
I think if she just stay a little lower and just square herself up as she releases the ball, she's pulling just a shade.
See if Kay Hale can capitalize on that split. And she chopped it, Eddie.
Well, she made the mistake that most bowlers make. They try and throw their normal strike ball, and the ball is hooking away, and that just increases your chances of chopping the spare. Normal position for that is to move a little more to your left so that the ball doesn't hook as much.
Well, let's see if Kay can come back. And she bats the head pin right on its noggin. And she's minus 14 right now in this 6th frame. Kay has a little experience behind her. She was on the 4th week. So, as we've talked to other bowlers, that 1 week on the show is a good experience for you. And another chop.
I think she's just getting up there and her mind has gone totally blank on her because she was rolling the ball so super before. And here's Louise. Got the back up in play.
And not much head pin action.
This is a game of I don't want it, you can have it.
Like Eddie was said in the pregame, this could be our family week if Roger Crawford and Louise can win it. A mother-son, and we've had others like that. The Haynes are on here today, and she gave it a good shot. And again, we have 2 opens in a row after these ladies come out of the box in a hurry. We have 2 opens in a row, and like I was saying, Debbie Haynes and Don Haynes both qualified today.
And that's a husband and wife team.
Husband and wife. And Larry Sidner's on the program, and Glenn has been on twice before. So it's a family affair.
And she's going to have to get the ball a little snugger into the 1-3 pocket. I think she got the one a little tight and left the split, and she's made a move and got a little more in trouble. She's 5'2" and 102.
I think this one got away from her, and she left one. So Kay Hale minus 14 again has a chance to
pull back in there.
That's right. I say she'll do it. She was just, this was her lane in the warm-ups. She hasn't got it all game. Now's the time. It's my annual prediction. And of course, I thought I was right on the money.
Well, I will say one thing. She did take her time when she picked the ball up and stood at the approach. She took a little more time thinking about it. Now, this is the same shot that she should execute as she did on the 5-9. You notice the hands underneath the ball.
And what's the story?
And a full pull.
She missed the 5-pin, and she's really shaking her head now. Both these ladies cannot figure it out. It looked like we were looking at 200 plus, and 3 frames apiece these ladies open up.
Yeah, let's see if we can get her regrouped here real good. You know, Kay, her hobbies are softball, shooting, pool, and darts, and she's going to be pulling it again. Get a break, and she did.
That's what she needed. In the 9th frame.
That's an important shot right there.
Let's see what Louise can do. She's plus 14, and this is her half of the 9th. But Kay's working on a strike. It's a pressure ball. And that's the ball she's looking for. She comes right back. Super ball, Louise White.
Louise said, I was just waiting on you, Kay.
Well, that puts the pressure back on Kay. Kay will have to sit here and watch Louise. And if she strings a couple more together, that's all she wrote.
And you see on the graphics here, Louise White. And it's sliding. She missed that ball, Nick. Right at the bottom, she just dropped it.
Yeah, I saw it. Kind of did a little bounce, and then she let it go.
Yeah, you could see the label sliding all the way down the lane. Made no move.
Did you get a chance to read that label?
No, I didn't. It was too far away. But this should be an easy spare for Louise. She'll roll it back up all right on down the line with it.
I've seen this chopped a lot, but not this time. So a strike here, she could finish with 191.
And force K to throw 2. Nice count here.
And with that ball, she will get a nice count. And an 8.
189.
So here's our unemployed Kay Hale. Let's see what she can do. She needs 2 strikes, but this is her lane.
It's in play, looks like it.
And not much help. So Louise White will win our first women's match of the day, and she'll face Debbie Haynes. Are you kind of surprised, Eddie, that she didn't re-rack 7?
Well, you know, that's an old bugaboo with me. You know, I always like to get them all down because you just never know when something will happen over there in the middle of your step and throw you off a little bit. I always re-rack them.
That's good enough for me. So that's it. Louise White a 189 to Kay Hale 165. And we'll be back with the women's championship match in week 6 of the Super Bowl TV Merit Tournament right after this.